This is unbelievable. This is unfucking believable. How come when it comes to the board, the Senate of the board, they take forever to respond on anything that's important? But when it's some irrelevant ass shit, you can bet your ass they're there. Like, ooh, this is easy. This is brainless, pointless, completely has no significant whatsoever change on humanity. You can bet your ass they're right there to respond just like that. You can always count on the board. So, anyways, I'm gonna give you the short gist of it because I don't like long reading out loud. I can read to myself in my brain, but out loud, no, my mouth gets dry and get tired. Nah, too much work for me. I'm lazy. You know that. So, anyways, this is pretty much what it says here on One Angry Gamer. Senator Giff drew attention this week after he called attention to sexual situations involving underage characters in anime. Senator Giff used series Eromanga Sensei as an example of media depicting child exploitation that heavily features incest themes and state many scenes are so disturbing I just can't describe them. Is there any in the light novel? Is there any actual sex scenes in Eromanga Sensei in the light novels? Is there? I just want to know for research purposes. I'm just kidding. The weirdest thing I've seen so far in Eromanga Sensei is where my favorite character Elf is playing the piano nude. Like, some people like to do shit nude. Some people like to walk around nude. Some people like to watch TV nude. Some people like to eat a bowl of cereal on Saturday morning nude. Let them do them. Okay? That's all they gotta do. This, however, is a bit crazy. Anyway, let's continue on. I'm only reading the last paragraphs of this thing. Okay. Let's see. Director Anderson wrote in you mentioned her letter, board is aware that a campaign has been launched about the sales of Japanese manga and anime in Australia, and that in context of the government's review of classification relatation, this issue has been raised. The board welcomes this review. Yep. So there you have it, people. They welcome the review. So where they don't like it, they will not distribute it. So meaning you can't get your hands on it legally. Once again, this is going to really promote people, influence them, motivate them to do more piracy. You can't stop it, people. You can't stop the pirates. They will they will surf the web, see the shiny fucking sea, just to get what they want. And you can damn well guarantee they'll get it. One way or another. This is ridiculous, man. So many important things wrong with your country, and this is what you want to focus on. Whatever. Our country has the same thing too, so I guess we're all on the same boat of very irresponsible adults telling us what to do. But however, thank God, we have our Constitution to protect us from us being babied and policed, because, to tell you the truth, that's what they really want. The modern power wants to baby us. They want to police us. They want us to tell us what we should think and what we should do, unfortunately. But like God, our Constitution protects us. If they ever do try to harm the Constitution, you can guarantee we have to go react to little Johnny Tremaine. But not right now. So, what does this do? I guess any ecchi series to do with minors, which is like 90% of most anime and manga. Well, it depends if it shows any exploitation, but what is it? Like, ecchi lewd scenes? But here's the thing, though. We have reality live-action TV shows where they show high school people getting it on. If you not watch the CW22, they have all kinds of shows of high schoolers getting it on. All the freaking time. They are high schoolers. They're minors. But they're adults who are pretending to be high schoolers, though, mad. And these are imaginary characters doing it as well. So, anybody? Of course not. I'm just talking to myself and you guys. But despite the fact of that, what does this mean for us? Well, for Australia, they'll just have to pirate, or they'll use VPNs. They'll find some way. They can use a VPN to go on Amazon pretend they're in another country and order it from Amazon to their place. That's all they can have to do. If you want some material, that's all you gotta do. You gotta do outside sources. Japanese imports, American imports. You can do it now. Thanks to the VPNs, you can do all that stuff. You can go to other sites and you can watch anime and manga. So they'll just have to get it a different way. But you can't stop it, man. People are going to get what they want to get no matter what. But anyway, I was disappointed that they actually chose those as things. Like, really? Dude, there are some really messed up manga and anime out there that this guy could have chose. But if this scared him, I want him to see the shit I would recommend him to watch. He would probably choke. I seen some really fucked up shit. So, and read some fucked up shit. So I probably already know some stuff that he ain't gonna be too comfortable with. You know what I mean? Like, Arrow Manga Sensei, they're not even blood related. Hell, they could have done something like that one anime called At Least When We Are Alone. And they're twins. Or how about the couple from Recross? They're twins as well. I would mention every time it's this incest, like blood related incest, it's always twins. Or Akio. Also actual blood related as well. It's disturbing, I think. In a way, it is discomfortable. But however, does that mean you should also cancel other shows? Once again, I'm going to be repeating myself again, such as Game of Thrones and other shows that do involve incest as well, like live actions and stuff. Or how about every movie where it shows high schoolers getting it on, even though they're actors, high schoolers getting it on, should that also be banned as well? But they're not paying attention to that because, standards, lies, manipulation, all that crazy stuff, You gotta hit them where it hurts. And if you haven't noticed, in this culture war, it's always the nerds and geeks that get damaged the most. We're the ones that always get the blame of being the worst of humanity. How come the nerds, the geeks, who grow up helping society by inventions, education, intelligence, and wisdom, who were once bullied in school to grow up to be something amazing, but gets framed for everything now? It makes no sense. We were not the jocks going around bullying people, beating people up, stealing, or harassing chicks. Some of us were afraid to talk to chicks. And some of us who did want to buy a chick wouldn't even give us the time of day. So why now all of a sudden we are the bad guys of the culture war all of a sudden? It's like when we grew up, went out of high school and stuff, we're like, finally, no more bullying, no more harassment. We're getting it now. Because every time, they're always trying to attack video games. They're always trying to attack geek culture all the time. But yeah, if you haven't noticed, most geeks aren't the ones causing the violence. It's the normal guys. It's the buff people who are causing all the violence. But yet, we get framed for it all the time. It makes no sense. You want to be like us, but yet you frame us for stuff. It's like when everyone was trying to be black back in the day. That was some disturbing times. But anyway, that's all I got for this, man. There's not much I can say about this. I guess they're going to try to convince Japan to bend the knee to go with other social morals of the world. But here's the thing. Where you have high crime rate and children without futures, even though Japan has this birth rate problem of people not going out or making babies, they still have a lesser crime rate and have more respectful youth. Even if they're not succeeding in anything, youth is at least respectful in that place. And they're a small country. So how come a country that's a first world country has a better way of things? Hell, even their celebrities are more tame. Like, look at our celebrities. Our celebrities are doing the worst things to show, and we praise them for it. But yeah, over there, they have respectful. Hell, if you're an idol, you're not allowed to have a boyfriend sometimes over there, because you show a standard. You can't go around acting up because you're representing something. I kind of respect that, even though some say it takes away freedom. I say, but you are an example. You are an idol. You are an icon. Why am I going on to this? I'm just showing examples of why, to me, Japan has the best moral system ever in the world. It's like they're not forcing down your throats. They just slowly teaches you it as you grow up. And because of that, when you are given something bad, like a bad product, like over here in the East Coast of North Carolina, there are a lot of preachers, and I kid you not, a lot of preachers were trying to say Pokemon, Digimon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! And all this other anime were the devil. So because of that, if you were influenced by someone who had these high moral standards, and they say that Pokemon is bad or whatever is bad, those parents will go to their children and say, hey, you can't watch this no more. You can't do that no more because the preacher said so. I went through the same problem. There was a while where sometimes I couldn't watch Pokemon, Sailor Moon, or Dragon Ball Z because of the preacher was telling my parents what to do. But when my parents stopped hanging around the preacher, they didn't even care no more. So it was almost like they only cared when someone of higher authority told them to care. But after that, like, who cares? You know not to copy these things. You know not to do them. You know reality from fiction. So do it. Just do good in school. Unfortunately, I didn't do good in school until I reached the 6th grade, unfortunately. But hey, I made it from there. Got better from there. Well, anyways, it shows how they're trying to become an influential power to baby people, to tell them what to do, what they should like, what should they consume. But it's not going to work because people have their hands on the internet far too long of having their own power, thinking for themselves and doing their own research. So therefore, they're not going to listen to you. They're going to do their own thing. It's too late. You gave them that power of freedom, and they don't want to go back to what they had before. So this does seem sad. This is a very gray answer they gave this senator, but at the end of the day, it still seemed like something could still happen. They're reviewing it, but we're gonna see what happens from here to there. We just gotta wait for more further news. I was gonna give you some other thing I want to talk about, but I'll leave it off for another day, probably Monday. Well, another good news for me, the second movie of Girls and Panthers finally came out today, so I can't wait to watch that after this. And Princess Principal, the first sequel movie, has been announced for April 10th. So, right before my mom's birthday. Yay! So I can watch it right before I got to put with her and her where she wants to go for her birthday. Well, anyway, that's all I got. I'm glad you guys stuck around to the very end to watch this. And if you like my content and you like to see what I do, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been the Madcrownxox on Anime. Signing out. Have a good one.